Very good morning to all the dignitaries who have gathered here for this online session, HOIs and faculty members and students from different institutes. With the blessings of Founder President Sir, motivation from Honorable Chancellor Sir, and guidance and support from Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Amity School of Natural Resource and Sustainable Development, under the aegis of Amity University and in collaboration with Domain of Natural Resource and Environmental Science, is celebrating the One Mahotsav week from 1st to 7th July. As a part of the week, India's annual festival of tree planting, we have organized a series of online webinars and expert talk sessions to raise awareness and action on critical and important themes related to forest, sustainability, biodiversity, and climate resilience. We commence our celebration from an inaugural webinar of Vanamotsav 1st July, which emphasized on plantation of right kind of species and its maintenance as an essential component of any plantation program. This was followed by a documentary movies on 2nd July showcasing the need for plantation of native indigenous species and adaptation of innovative plantation techniques like Miyawaki plantation. On 4th July, our talk series emphasized on the importance and need for introducing species in the plantation programs, that is native species. These talk series have been designed to foster meaningful dialogue and learning among students, faculty, policymakers through daily thematic sessions led by renowned experts from the diverse domains. Each session has highlighted innovative solutions and promoted community-driven action and engagement of the youth and communities in local greening initiative in line with the spirit of Vanamotsav. In continuation, we have organized a talk series today on a very important topic, green smart cities, plantation strategies for urban heat mitigation. As you all know, the rapid urbanization, climate change, and infrastructure expansion have led to the intensification of urban heat island effect, where city temperatures are significantly higher than the surrounding rural areas, which has resulted in frequent urban heat waves and increased energy demands, deteriorating the air quality, public health challenges, and declining the urban well-being. The series aims to raise awareness about the plantation-based cooling solution that cities can adopt to mitigate the heat stress and build climate resilience. On behalf of the NRES domain, I would like to welcome all our dignitaries uh, who have gathered here to deliver the lecture, our eminent dignitaries. We have with us experts, Mr. A.K. Singh Sir, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Karnataka. Mr. Ishwar Singh Sir, IFS retired, former Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and City of Delhi. Dr. S.D. Singh Sir, former Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Uttarakhand. Dr. Satyendra Singh Sir, former Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Bihar, International DRR expert, FAO, UN, NENA, RO, and Honorary Professor AS and RSD. I welcome you all, sir, on this webinar. So before we proceed webinar, I'll now request Dr. S.P. Singh Sir, Domain Head NRES, Director AS and RSD and AIJRS, to deliver the introductory remarks and set the context of today's webinar or talk series. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lalita. Good morning to all my esteemed colleague and resource person who has agreed to come to this webinar and give their some Gyanvardi to all people who are in the Amity University faculty. Subject is when we are talking, basically we are doing a lot of talk series on every day on One Mahotsav. And I think this is also one of the most pertinent subject on which we should talk. So we say as a smart city. Now question come, what is smart cities? As far if you just go for the definition, it means that technology and data collection which help improve quality. So it means that you make all infrastructure, everything's fine, so that people can live with good quality. And the most and foremost, most important part, which we are facing a problem despite of all creating infrastructure, that urban heat is coming up. We know the difference because of this, how because of density and all that, the urban areas getting more temperature than the rural place. That's the thing. So how to address that? The only way which we feel that there should be a plantation strategies to cover it better. you must be knowing if we are not able to do this, then possibly concept of a smart city will not work. As per the anticipation that by 2050, 70% population will be in urban areas. And this urban heat is really creating a lot of problem. Number one, it is creating air pollution. It is deteriorating air quality, and we are consuming more energy to keep, and also creating a ozone. And so that it is a very vicious circle. We want to be comfortable. We are using AC, and now the demand for ACs will be more. We require more energy conversion. And so likewise, vicious circle, so difficult. If there are solutions are available, if we properly plan how the plantation should be in these areas. One is very important, green infrastructure. Second, what is the architecture process? And then blue, green and blue combination is important. Blue means water bodies and plantations. If these two the very integrated way, just wait. Hello, sir, सिंह बताइए.
Sir, you are muted. Please unmute
हाँ,
yourself, sir.
just share the link to SD Singh. So, let we should discuss now. All you are all experienced. You have worked all in the urban area. Dr. Ishwar Singh, Dr. AK Singh, and you are and SD Singh directly, and Dr. Satendra Singh. One way or the other, you are very much linked with this problem, and you are addressing things. I think your vast experience will certainly give a lot of insight to us, and so that we can give that awareness to our students. Keeping this view, now I just over to Lalita Pradhan. You start that, right?
Thank you very much, sir, for giving a brief introduction about the talk series that we are going to hold today. Now we are going to start our talk series, and let this session be more than words. I welcome and thank you for being a part of this journey towards a greener and more resilient future. It's a great privilege to have with us three eminent experts for the talk series. Our first speaker today is Dr. A.K. Singh, Mr. A.K. Singh, sir, Additional Principal Chief Conservator of Forest, Karnataka. It's my great pleasure to introduce Mr. A.K. Singh, sir, for this session. Sir is a member of Indian Forest Service of Karnataka cadre, an environmental engineer by profession. He has dedicated 30 years to sustainable development in various government sectors, including various government sector, including the Ministry of Forests, Environment and Climate Change, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Mines and Geology, Ministry of Rural Development, and Ministry of Social Welfare. He has served in a number of assignments. Some of the important posting under Government of Karnataka are Executive Director in Lake Development Authority, Member Secretary, Zoo Authority of India, Managing Director, Karnataka Mining Environment Restoration Corporation. He has also written a number of books, and some of the important popular book series are Kabini and the Jungle Stories. This is an implacable collection of more nostalgic days of medieval India, narrating wilderness, stories of hunting expeditions of kings, emperors, and tsars. He has authored many other popular series as well. Now I would request Sir to kindly make his address. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible, Sumitra?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I'll just share the PowerPoint presentation also. Just one
Yes, sir.
second. Yeah. Is it visible now? My presentation is visible?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Can you just tell me what is the first screen, what is written here?
Sir, welcome KBJNL.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. SP Singh, sir. It's a great privilege and honor to address the gathering of the students of Amit University, Noida. I had been to Noida a number of times. It was a great pleasure to have been trained in Noida under the able leadership of SP Singh sir. And time and again, I used to come since last almost 2 decades. I have been guest as well as the participant. And today, I'm going to present before you the loss and damages due to the climate change all over the world. And India is also one of the most affected country by the loss and damages, high heat, urban heat, even droughts, extreme weather conditions in rural hinterlands also all over world. India, Bangladesh is the most worst affected. India is also India, Pakistan, these being the tropical countries of the world are most affected actually. And urban today the topic is the urban heat and how to reduce it. First, I will show there are two parts. One is the blue, another is the green. How to increase the blue islands and the green islands in any place. So, I am giving one example of a particular forest division, which is one amongst a lot of other cities in Karnataka. This Bijapur, you might have heard, is in the North Karnataka, which is a very high heat and hot place. And Bijapur, Almaty, Bijapur city itself is a very historical city where the temperature rises up to 35 to 40, 47 degrees centigrade. And most of the time it is very hot. And how the forest department, Karnataka forest department has taken certain initiatives and have increased the greenery, blue islands as well as the green islands. You just see, I'll show some photographs. This is the Almaty Dam. You might have seen the Mysore Vrindavan Gardens. Similarly, by spending few crores of rupees, we have not only developed the urban greenery but also the civic structures. These are the few photographs I am just wrapping very fast. The how we have developed the civic basic civic infrastructure, beautiful buildings and shelters, and making it a tourist destination. It is right in the heart of the city Bijapur, Almaty Dam city Almaty city and Bijapur city also. Surrounding some 5 6 cities are there. All of them we are spending expanding this infrastructure. Am I audible, Sumitra?
Sir,
Hello.
you're audible, sir.
Okay, and all my pictures and photo images are visible to the students?
They are visible, sir.
Thank you, thank you. So this is the we have created a garden of 272 hectare area, where in 45 hectares we have taken the 10 hectare small gardens, dinosaur, bird sector, children sector, golf sector, peacock sector, Rajasthani sector. Rajasthani theme has been given each in 40 hectare, 20, 10 to 20, 10 hectare, 15 hectare. Can see the Rajasthani. This is the civic infrastructure. I'm just showing you how we are making it a destination from surrounding villages. Children, surrounding towns, children are coming, civil society groups are coming, and the public representatives and a lot of tourists are coming, not only from surrounding district but also from Goa, from Belgaum, from Bidar, Gulbarga. See the you can see the beauty of this garden. It is one amongst Mysore Vrindavan garden. It is even we are developing is uh, much more beautiful, wonderful to see. There are more than 272 species, forestry tree species, more than 4,200 flower species we have taken up. And you can see the kind of a landscape beauty in Bijapur. Bijapur is a very god-forsaken country. Nobody goes there, and nobody knows that Bijapur also may be this kind of a structure. You see, we have made converted the urban into European urban gardens. You can see some exotic trees are also there, like indigenous trees we are promoting. And see the kind of this passage you see the roadside plantations, and mythological sceneries from Mahabharata, Ramayana also you can see. Krishna, Love Kush Garden. This is the civil structure I am showing, and I will be showing the how what technique we are actually using to increase the greenery, the forestry basic important indigenous tree species, forestry tree species, like a Vrindavan garden you can see, like garden in the Versailles, Paris, like gardens in the London, gardens in Moscow, French, Italian, Italian way of gardening, French way of garden development, Latin way of garden development. See the greenery which we have created. So this was, and how the birds, flora, sorry, fauna started coming to those gardens. Water bodies, flamingos, those exotic birds, those migratory birds are also coming. You see the flamingo and the water bodies we expanded, created all along the Krishna River. Bijapur is on the Krishna River. This is the Almaty background, Almaty Dam background, backwater, Almaty Dam. So this was one part of the presentation. Now I will show you another part. Uh, how we develop the greenery. What the technique? Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. The next slide is also visible.
Ha. Can you tell me, Sumitra, what is written here?
So it's talking about staff distribution list, the third slide.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm coming to the technique.
Sir, there's a correction. I'm Dr. Lolita Pradhan, not Sumitra.
Ah, Dr. Lalita. Sorry. Okay, Dr. Lalita, I'm visible and audible both. Exactly.
Yes, sir. You are visible and audible.
Yeah. You can see this is the one in Bijapur city. Within the Bijapur city, this is the ground. It is more than 450 hectares. It is a very uh, docile, very hostile topography, very rugged terrain, rocky, and you need to use the JCB or Hitachi earth excavator to make pitting, to make pits by 6 meter by 6 meter. We are taking the pits of 1 cubic meter, 1 meter, 1 meter deep, and 1 meter 1 meter deep, and 1 meter width, and 1 meter. So this is how we have been doing it. Uh, by just 1 second. This is the pitting with the help of the excavator machine. We are creating the half a minute disruption.
So we are not able to hear you and your slide is stuck.
Dr. Lalita, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. But we are not able to see your slide.
Now you can see it.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Not yet, sir.
Slide is visible or not?
No, no, not yet, sir.
Hello?
No, no, we are not able to see your
Just
slide,
one
sir.
second. Yeah, just 1 second. I'll share again. There is
Okay.
some disruption. Can you see it now?
Not yet, sir. Now it's
Is
visible,
it
sir.
visible? Huh?
Now it's coming.
Yeah.
Now
ಒಂದು
it's
10 minutes
visible.
ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀರು ಕೊಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕುಡಿಯುವ ನೀರು ಕೊಡಿ. Yeah. So my presentation, I'm continuing again. There was a disruption of half a minute. This is the Bhutanal plantation of the place. We have dug the pit 6 meter by 6 meter, and each pit is a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. It's a 1 cubic meter, and we have taken the indigenous tree species like ficus. There are 6 or 7 species of ficus, then neem, then Melina arborea, then Buchanania lunzan, then Hardwickia banata. There are more than 26 indigenous species of that particular region we have been taken. You see the how this greenery of neem is flourishing in such a huge area of 472 hectares. There are several blocks. And we are fencing that particular block by barbed wire fencing, and we are making those paragolas, watchtowers. And if we stand on the watchtower and throughout the whole day, we can see a lot of birds started coming after 5 to 6 years of this plantation, when the growth is very considerable metal girth with a good canopy cover of neem, ficus, and you will see entire area is covered with the greenery. And we not only that much, we are creating the in each hectare or even 5 to 6 places in 10 hectare these kinds of water bodies. They may be percolation trenches, they may be water ponds, they may be water reservoirs, for which the water needs to be driven from the nearby Krishna river or some streams or big water tanks. We are constructing the check dams. We are maintaining these plantations up to 10 years. Sometimes these are maintained for 3 years, but in Bijapura, in North Karnataka, extreme weather conditions of drought and high heat are there. That's why we have to maintain these protected from the fencing. Protect, if they are not fenced, then we have to protect them by brushwood fencing. The a lot of these livestock, cattle, uh, sheep and goats keep browsing, grazing the ground, and most of the time these mortality is very high, even up to 50% of the plantations if we do not protect them. Every 25 to 30 hectare area, one forest watcher is there. So that's how we have been actually achieving this greenery I have shown you. So I'm just concluding my presentation here by telling that any area, whether it is a desert or it is a avenue or it is a tank foreshore area or it is a degraded area or it is a highway, national highway, state highway, it's a Jala Panchayat road or Gram Panchayat road, by adequate technique. It requires a particular technique actually, and with a very low expenditure, we can create this greenery. And though it is a high investment enterprise, per hectare we need to take only 400 pits and seedling. In Karnataka, only tall seedlings of more than 4 feet are able to survive. Mostly we are taking 7 to 8 feet seedlings if they are avenue plantations. And in the degraded topography, we need to take 4 feet, and miscellaneous indigenous species. Ficus comes up very well. Neem also comes up very well, and ficus related other species also are almost 100%. They are very good in survival. You see the topography is so rugged, so hard. It is a stone, and so we need to have a bigger, larger size bag, larger size pit, and a tall seedling, and with the good alignment. It should not be 3 meter by 3 meter. It should be more than 6 meter, and 10 by 10 meter alignment of each sapling is considered to be very ideal, so that the not only girth increment of the stem should also take place, but also the canopy also may develop 10 meter by 10 meter. If you see these plantations after another 5-10 years, you can see the canopy developing, and these are our dedicated. Without the dedicated staff, it is not possible to uh, conserve these resources, protect these from the lot of anthropogenic and biotic pressures are there. And good watering is also required. We need to, during the summer season, when the desiccation happens, temperature rises up to 47 degrees centigrade. It is very difficult to maintain, to sustain the viability of these plantations. So we need to give the frequent watering, up to 9 to 10 watering we are giving, with a gap of every 5-10 days, 15 days. Otherwise their mortality becomes very high, and we need to scraping, hoeing, soil working, protecting these from the. And you see our district minister Shivanand, our honorable minister Shivanand Patil is distributing the seedling to the farmer. We need to create the awareness among the people, civil society, farmers, workers, students, judiciary, advocates, teachers, community, as to greenery is very much important. माँ के नाम एक पेड़, this kind of a program, one Mahotsava, green environment day, anti-tobacco day, these kinds of, every frequently we have been taking these kinds of program, so that, and we are distributing the seedling almost. कोटि वृक्षा प्रोग्राम वाज देयर, कोटि वृक्षा प्रोग्राम, करोड़, 1 करोड़ वृक्ष का एक साल में बीजापुर जिले में प्रोग्राम था, where we have been actually distributing the seedlings to the farmers, so they can grow in their uh, own agricultural land. They had been growing. You can see the condition of our nursery, very robust, very good tall seedlings are available in a very bigger size bags, and they are sure shot. We are, you can see in the right side, 25 by 25, uh, these bags are there, 25-inch into 25-inch. So these are bigger bag. In bigger bag you see the tall seedlings. So these tall seedlings thrive 100% in the field. So thank you very much. This was the presentation, and if we increase the greenery in the in the cities by taking up these kinds of measures, I would like to share that what is the financial mm, per hectare costs. The per hectare cost goes from 2.5 lakhs to 3.5 lakh rupees per hectare of 400 saplings. 400 saplings. After 6th year, they keep thriving like this. So thank you very much. If any kind of a query is there, please let us know.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an informative presentation highlighting about the initiatives taken by Krishna Bhagya Jala Nigam Limited, KBJNL, to increase the greenery and biodiversity around the Krishna River. And thank you very much for elaborating the methodology adopted and the species adopted by the department. And we congratulate the department for such a huge success of the initiative. Thank you very much, sir, for...
Dr. S.P. Singh, sir, Namaskar, sir. Any kind of a query is there, I'm able to, if any participant or student want
Okay,
to
okay, we will
understand
summarize
any
in
kind
the
of
end. Will be continued till the end if possible. And with the other input from
yeah.
Ishwar Singh, SD Singh, we will just discuss on the subject.
Well,
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Thank you.
Mr. AK, really very nice. You people are doing wonderful jobs. Small few suggestions, if they are possible. One is there are these are the trees. Good it is, and they have sometimes many a times they have weeds or something grasses around the base of a tree. If you innovate some new ideas like putting some leguminous type of small plants around the base, that will also add to greenery. On the one hand, it will not allow the weeds to grow, and that will add nitrogen also, and there will not be any competition for the water and nutrients. That is one. Second is water bodies. Excellent work, excellent work. And small suggestions, if around the water bodies you create some trees and bushes around them, that will avoid one thing, desiccation, evaporation, then shelter beds and green belts. That will certainly help you much better. Third, very nice neem plantations. I think nothing, no such examples we see in journal. And if there are 6 varieties by FRI about for neem, which are very early maturing, early flowering and early seed bearing, and 11 germplasm by Kafri, and there are certain germplasm in your own state also. If you log into those germplasm, they will certainly give you a little better and early growth of neem. Otherwise, there is no comment, and it is an excellent work. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, SD Singh, sir. Your all your suggestions are very welcome. We have been doing it. These nitrogen fixing also. Our most of the species are nitrogen fixing only.
Agreed, agreed. I am just saying it is just a decoration of the base of a tree plant. That is only, not nothing more than this. Trees.
Bijapur, Bijapur is such a very dry zone. Actually, nobody goes there. You can see it's a completely very hot
Right.
and rugged
Agreed, agreed.
topography
Yes.
surrounding the whole district. Actually, within that, we have created this greenery
Yeah. Good.
with only forest department. We have only some 5-10 people are there. That's all.
I agree. And there are only 5-10 people, they make the change. And that is what is required among foresters.
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for kind appreciation.
AK Singh Saab,
G.
it's a very good presentation, and basically Delhi should also learn from this. अभी वो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट से भी गुजारिश करूंगा और एसपी सिंह साहब से भी गुजारिश करूंगा कि इस तरह के प्रेजेंटेशंस को दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के लिए दे दें और उसमें इस तरह के स्टेप लिए जाएं तो certainly Delhi can also do wonderful things because Delhi needs such type of reclamation programs and afforestation program. No, that is very much required at Delhi also. Thank you. And your presentation I will certainly use for my study also. And thanks a lot. It's a very good presentation and case study. Certainly we can take it as an example. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, can I say something now from my side?
Sir, sure, sir.
Okay. Sir, good morning, and really thankful to Dr. S.B. Singh ji from MIT and all my senior friends, my colleagues, and my younger friends joining to this.
SD Singh Saab, little louder if possible.
Okay. Is it visible, audible, sir? Is it audible? Is it audible?
Sir, it is audible. So
Okay.
before you begin, I would like to introduce yourself to the audience so that they can know more about you.
I will myself be
I'll introduce you. Okay, sir, over to you. So you
Yeah,
can.
I am Dr. S.D. Singh, a retired forester from Uttarakhand cadre, but served in Delhi also for 9 years in Delhi government. And I was a CEO Delhi Parks and Garden Society, where I have some experience of working in the cities also, especially for greening and that too we have joint forest management in the forest areas, but we have green urban greening by with the help of people also in the cities, and that is Delhi is the best example for that. However, I don't know whether other cities have taken, or the states in the cities they have taken such initiatives or not, but Delhi has a beautiful initiation. So that is what I am from 88 batch, and I am retired now. So I just want to say about green cities models. I think this is really an example. Sitendra ji, sir, has really highlighted that Delhi should also do. Though I cannot say that Delhi is not doing, but yes, some more initiatives and more efforts are required for Delhi also. Even then, we can say that Delhi is more than 20% green at the moment. So if we see the population in Delhi, it is more than about 2 to 3. I think 3 crores. There are more than 3 crores vehicle. About 20, more than 50 to 60% of the area is almost either by roads, buildings, or something like. Only 20-25% of the area is left for such greeneries, but it green, and still densification of those greens, or even wherever there are no greens, then they can also be put into forest department and other civic agencies, horticulture wings, they are also working on it. I will say, sir, green cities, basically it is both an art and science. That is very clear. How to design that so that they should look good. So it is an art. And how science will work, that there should not be any competition, there should not be any damage to each and other. All these commodities in a city, they should be there. And I will say that there are civil
Excuse me, sir.
works
Can
in
you
this.
be, excuse me, sir. Can you be a bit louder, sir? We are not able to hear you properly.
I don't know whether how I am not able to. I am. I'm audible now.
Now it's audible, sir. It's
हाँ
perfect now,
अभी
sir.
ठीक है
हाँ, sir.
अच्छा ठीक है सर थैंक सो सिविल वर्क्स जो हैं सिटीज में देयर आर रियली ह्यूज एंड मोर देन 25% of the Delhi is almost with the roads, about 25% is with the buildings. So if such is a pressure of in the cities, then where we will find the area for the greens? So here we can have the green buildings within the buildings. How they should be designed in such a way that they should be airy, they should be sunny, so that we need not to depend upon some other sources of making them either sunny, light, or with the air. And we should have within the institutions something like corridors. They should be green. There should be terraces terraces. Generally, if you see some of the I was just seeing that Kerala example, that entire rooftops, they are green with vegetables. There are certain cities in the world, they have been made either green or solar. That is mandatory. So Delhi should think of that. Then steps, there are बहुत सी सीढ़ियां ऐसी होती हैं वहां पर हम लोग green कर सकते हैं. There are lanes in the colonies. We should make them green, and with a different type of combination of plants. It is not only trees that they should be there. There are certain other species they can be put into. Then roadsides. You see, two parts are there. One is roadsides, and the other is the central, where the road is being made. And I think it is the road making bitumen instead of bitumen. We should nowadays, even the National Highway Authority is doing something like compacting of the that polythenes or something like that. They should be put into, so that on the waste, one side waste is removed and on the other side it is being used. Second is the pavement. Nowadays, many construction and demolition waste is there that is being dumped. Nowadays, what is happening, that bricks are being made, tiles are being made out of that, and they are being used in the pavements. So that is a good example, and we should make use of such things instead of transporting such things from other areas. Then canals. There are many canals, there are many drains. They should be green on both the sides, and water should be clean. Though it is very difficult to have a clean water but at least greening on the sides, that is our duty, and I think we should think of doing that. Then we have block plantations. There are in the cities, there are certain small blocks. They are planted accordingly, and they should be green in such a way that at least distantly trees and then combination of shrubs and herbs they should be put into. Then we have along the roads, there are other types of like central birch. We if there are smaller, very small, central birch is there, then we cannot think of having a greenery. But if there are at least about say 2 to 3 feet, then we can think of having shrubs. And if it is more than 3 meters, then we should put trees and shrubs in the combinations. Roundabouts. There, see in Delhi, there are more than 200 roundabouts. See in Chandigarh, the roundabouts, they are the sites for scenes nowadays. And if cities are being made like that, then they will certainly look very good. Then triangulars and triangulars, there are at the road sides, there are triangles. And these triangular spaces, they are also being made green. They can be made green, and so that city becomes a model city. And then mini forests. Nowadays, what space is introducing, then some Miyawaki plantations, they are being done, but I will not say Miyawaki, but small or micro forest or mini forest, they can be created in small spaces, so that at least it should look like that monotony is broken of the buildings and roads or whatever it is. And then there are certain green heat islands. There are, because it is city, there it is to want to be there. So we need to make them green, so that at least that effect is reduced. Then city forest. Delhi is the best example. Ishwar Singh ji is there. There are many other senior foresters earlier also nowadays working city forests, and there are good examples. If you go around Delhi, you will find all these city greens. Then village and suburban areas in Delhi or in other cities also, they should be made green. So that at least we can say that a city is a model city with greens. Then water bodies. I think Mr. AK pointed out very nicely, and creating water bodies, though it is very difficult, but yes, they need to be there. But there are many other water bodies in the cities. If we go to the revenue records, then ponds, jord, in that way, they have been recorded. But because there are low-lying areas, they are being filled up with the debris or something like that. So they should be cleaned. And Delhi is the best example. There are more than 1,000 water bodies in the Delhi. And I can say, though they may not be having all the water bodies with water, but just like ecological surface, we should have a hydrological surface also in the area, especially in the cities, to make it having a more climatic better. Then institutional greens. Then demonstration areas. We should make them demonstration side scenes. There are many small markets or something like that, and their selling of the home items or some decorative items. There also we should have small greens, so that people should come not only for purchasing but to see such things also. Then sightseeing with urban sceneries and greeneries. We should have because they are just like in Delhi. We have good parks and gardens like Lodi Garden or Nehru Park. Such things we should have. At least people should come not only for just for sitting, but even for enjoying the greenery and things related to greenery like birds. And then we should, not only for that, always we see that nursery, and we always say that only trees should be there, but it should be combination of trees, shrubs, herbs, flowers, and ground cover. Only then we can expect good greenery and model cities in the greenery with greeneries. And last but not least, I will say that plants, if we have plants, they will not only absorb carbon dioxide of their own of that site only, but it will be carbon sink for other far away areas. And similarly, oxygen, if it is released, it is not only for that particular home or particular area, but it is beyond that area. If we see visit Delhi Parks and Garden Society is the best example to see at least all items they have been recorded over there, along with long like water bodies and the parks and gardens. There are more than 18,000 parks and gardens in Delhi, and having about 18,000 hectare of 8,000 hectare of area. So that is huge. Similarly, there are more than 1,000 water bodies. They have been recorded as per lat long in Delhi, and these are the good examples. And we, during Commonwealth Games, before that, debris was dumped in the Yamuna, and that has been cleaned after, say, Commonwealth Games, and now entire that debris construction, debris waste, that has been that is getting converted into these recycled materials like tiles and pavements, bricks. And similarly, we have published one small book on Delhi's herbs for home herbal remedies. Similarly, such things should be, so that the people should know about what is the economic species that can have, or is useful species that can have a beneficial effect to the health, so that people can get awareness, and they can even grow in their homes also such species, and they can get their good health. So it is not only the city, but it is a green city, it is a model city, and then it is an exemplary city. And Delhi is one of the greenest capital in the world. I think maybe the greenest in the world itself, but I cannot say with authenticity. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a thought-provoking presentation highlighting on the green city models. If there are any questions or any interaction, then we can take the questions. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next talk series. Okay, so we are now moving forward to our next speaker. It's my honor and privilege to introduce Mr. Ishwar Singh Sir, former Principal Chief Conservator, NCT of Delhi. Sir is of the batch Ahmed Kader, 1988 batch. He served a number of assignments. He was DCF in NCT Delhi from 1996 to 2000, and then additional PCCF and Chief Wildlife Warden from August 2017 to 18, thereafter posted at PCCF Government of NCT of Delhi. He was also posted at CF level in Northern Region Officer of MOFCC at Chandigarh, and during his tenure at Chandigarh, he has initiated successfully completed the biodiversity restoration, in situ, ex situ conservation in the forest of Chandigarh, established a botanical garden spread over 175 acres of land, and also pioneered a project on creation of herbal gardens in schools and colleges in Chandigarh. He executed soil and moisture conservation work in Sukna Wildlife Sanctuary and all other forests of Chandigarh successfully. Presently serving as Senior Expert Environment and Forest, NBCC India Limited. I would now request Sir to kindly address our participants. Over to you, sir. Sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Now I am audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay. So good morning, Dr. S.P. Singh, Dr. Satendra, Dr. S.D. Singh, my batchmate, my Langotia yar also, who encroached upon my time forcibly, and without getting himself introduced, he started saying the things. I think his turn is over now, and I will encroach upon his time with due respect, regard, and with the permission of the chair. First of all, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. S.P. Singh and his team for inviting me on this important topic. Among all IFS officers of this country, I am the officer having the largest experience in urban forestry, and that too in the National Capital Territory, Delhi, for 9.5 years, and another regional capital, we may say, Chandigarh, for another 9.5 years. So without wasting time, I'm directly coming to the topic. I'm very happy that this important topic is being taken up by the Amity University, which is drawing attention of each and everyone because of the health issues and other considerations. So coming to the plantation strategies for urban heat mitigation. Before moving to that, as it was informed by Dr. S.D. Singh, Delhi is having the dubious character of perhaps being the most polluted city, but at the same time, this city is having the maximum green cover in the world. There are 6 mega cities in India having population more than 1 crore, and then there are various cities in the world, and NCT Delhi, National Capital Territory of Delhi, is having the highest green cover as per SFR, State of Forest Report 2023. 25% of the total geographical area of Delhi is under green cover. So what strategies have been applied and what are needed to be applied in future to maintain this status and to increase our green cover further, we have identified certain strategies which we have been implementing for last 20-25 years. So coming to that, see the first step, which is the part of the strategy for plantation in the urban areas to mitigate the heat. The first step is identification of heat spots or the heat islands, hot spots or the heat islands. The government of NCT Delhi has already done that job, and they had already identified 13 hotspots. 13 hotspots. The criteria for selecting the hotspot was the pollution load due to various factors. It may be air pollution, water pollution, suspended particulate matter, the industrial pollution, and this process is on. It's not that these 13 hotspots are final. They had already identified, and accordingly, the department, in collaboration with 17 greening agencies in Delhi, including the DDA, they have planned their strategy to cover at least those areas on priority, and then the general afforestation definitely will go side by side. So the identification of hotspots. See, the primary criteria was to study the pollution load and reaching to an AQI level so as to find what are the contributing factors for the pollution of that particular area. The contributing factors are important so far as the greening is concerned, because the kind of pollutants, they decide what kind of plantation is to be done around the hotspots and other areas. So because this is a big topic and I require at least 1.5 hours, and today I have been given 20 minutes slot, and 10 minutes I'll encroach upon Dr. S.D. Singh's time, who has already encroached my time. So it is 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, it is difficult to enumerate everything. But what are the steps to be taken, or what steps have been taken by all greening agencies under the guidance of and coordination of the forest department? That is important. So after selecting the hotspot, the primary job is to select the species for a particular area. Number one, to find the places where a strategic plantation can be taken up with, as reflected by the speech of Dr. S.D. Singh, with a proper combination of herbs, shrubs, and trees, depending upon the availability of the space. So while selecting the species, the factors which contribute to the pollution load, that has been taken into account. Say for industrial pollution, we require separate species. For air pollution, we require separate species or overlapping kind of species. And for SPM, suspended particulate matter, we require the species which trap the maximum that silt which is roaming in the air. So selection of species is most important. And while selecting the species, if we conduct a field visit, it will directly, and knowing the status of the pollution load there, and then seeing the soil conditions and the other conditions which are available there, like the overhead communication lines, whether it is electric line or telephone line. These are the tools which identify the kind of trees to be planted. Say for a particular place, it is most appropriate to plant a peepal tree, which traps the suspended particulate matter and most efficient in trapping the suspended particulate matter. But the question is whether at a particular hot spot, whether there is sufficient space to grow peepal. If that is not available, then definitely we will switch over to a species, to a variety of plants, combination of plants, which require less height, less spread means the canopy, so that we can utilize the hotspots, the space available around the hotspot, for better planting and without getting any hindrance in future. Selection of species is very important. And as a forester, I must say that it is most important to select the species for a particular thing. If it is not then it is not the mistake of a particular tree or a particular variety of any shrubs and herbs. It is the mistake of the planners, and they should be held responsible for that after 10 years or 20 years. We might have seen in all city, and it is very prevalent in the NCT and the surrounding areas, that bigger trees are planted below the transmission lines, and then after 10 years or 10 and 15 years, we start pruning the trees, headbacking the trees, which provides a very ugly picture. See, I'm a civil engineer also, as an engineer, as a forester, in national capital city or any city, aesthetics should also be given due importance while planting the trees or selecting the species. Any kind of tree which is useful for a particular site must look good. It should be architecturally, aesthetically looking good, and there should not be, or there should be minimum interference or conflict with any kind of, say, human being or the traffic. So selection of species after studying that place, then their canopy spread of the canopy, their life, that is self-life, that is also very important. After doing that, selection of species and choice of species, then it comes the execution stage. Now, while executing, we decide the survival of a sapling on the right on the first day when the tree is planted. If a proper species is planted, proper space is available, proper procedure of planting is being followed, then it is sure that there are minimum 50% survival chances of that. So the 50% survival chances is decided on day first, and the remaining 50 definitely depends upon the care and maintenance of that tree. So pit digging is also very important. Selecting the type of species and the height of sapling, we will have to go for pit digging. Whether that much space is available or not, that was the first consideration. And then proper collection of soil with the combination of the manure and proper planting. While planting the sapling, the general mistake by the general people, particularly we become emotional while doing the plantation, and nowadays we focus on taking selfie and all, and the least importance is given to planting the tree, the procedure, the way it is to be planted. So while planting the tree and after planting, the soil should be compacted in a nice way so that minimum or no air void remains in the soil, and the tree, the sapling should be erect. That means 90%, 90 at an angle of 90 degrees from the ground. If that mistake is done, say if a tree is planted in a slanting position, say about 80 degrees instead of 90 degrees, then because that sapling is tender, its root system will not go directly vertically in the ground, it will go in a slanting way, and that is the kind of destabilization of the tree in the right beginning when it is planted. So it is very important. After planting, proper compaction is there, and then sufficient quantity of water, at least in the first planting, should be there. If this care is taken, then I think we are sure that now there are 50% chances. Now coming to the protection. You see in hotspots, a lot of interference is there due to vehicle, due to pedestrians. So proper fencing if possible, and if fencing is not possible, then the proper tree guard is to be put so that it is secured from any kind of interference, maybe from the animals, the stray cattle, human being, as well as the traffic. So that is important. And then the last portion comes the maintenance. Maintenance includes removing of weeds, proper watering, and proper care of that. If that is there, then I think it is sure that that plant will survive, and time to time, because it is not possible in a city like Delhi, but in smaller town, if possible, at least once or twice in a non-rainy season, the leaf of that should be cleaned with water if possible. In Delhi, of course, or in any NCR region, it is not possible to have the provision of bathing for the sapling, because you might have seen that lot of dust is trapped by the leaf structure, and they become black. So when the rains is there, it is automatically removed due to rains. But if possible, at a smaller places, or the plantation taken up by the individuals in their campuses, if it is possible, at least throughout the year 2 to 3 times, the leaves should be plowed, they should be cleaned with water jet, so that the stomata becomes active and the photosynthesis process takes place in a usual way that is beneficial for the growth of the tree, as well as to have the maximum oxygen, to deliver the maximum oxygen and to consume maximum pollutants, particularly the carbon dioxide, to convert into carbon and oxygen. Now coming to Delhi, we had made it necessary in Delhi that, particularly in the city portion, and you know about 90% of Delhi geographical area is the urban area. The remaining is also urban, but it is kind of rural in character. So in those urban area, not less than 6 to 8 feet height saplings should be planted. After selecting the proper choice of the species to be planted, the second thing is not 6 to 8 feet. The reason is because if we plant a sapling of over 1 feet or say 20 centimeter height, its root system is also tender and it requires longer maintenance. It is more tender so far as the protection and maintenance is concerned. So once we select 6 to 8 feet height proper sapling and proper pit digging, requiring the more depth in comparison to the smaller saplings, then the growth pattern will be very nice. And this 6 to 8 feet criteria is being scrupulously followed by almost all greening agency. And that is the reason for better survival rate in NCT Delhi. In the adjoining area, as the AQI level is very frightening, particularly in that stubble burning period or during the winters where the pollution is just on the ground surface, that period is very crucial. So these factors, if we take into account, that will counter to some extent or neutralize to some extent the pollution load. I have a lot to say so far as the greenery is concerned. Wherever the space is possible, as Dr. S.D. Singh has already highlighted, even the forest department alone has created city forests ranging from 5 hectare to even 40 hectare or up to 50 hectare also. So wherever the space is possible, the designing, the landscaping is done in such a way that that space is utilized in a maximum possible way by creating the multi-layered forest, because the geographical area is fixed and we can't get it increased by asking further area from either UP or Haryana. So we will have to manage this geographical area in best possible way to increase the green cover. When I took the charge of additional PCCF in 2017, I carried out a study without instruction from anybody that to what extent we can reach so far as the green cover is concerned. And then after studying the Google Maps and all data available with the department and with the DDA, I came to the conclusion that we can reach horizontally on the ground, we can reach up to 28%. We are already 25%. So there is further scope for 3% plantation on the ground. So those 3% should be taken up. They should be searched. The land at least which cannot be utilized for next 25 years, that may be utilized at least for 25 years for afforestation purposes, and later on, if required, its land use may be changed. The diversion of forest land, there is a provision for diversion of forest land for non-forestry purposes. But at least for 25 years, we may be in a position to take advantage, ecological advantage of those trees or the kind of forest we are creating. This is about forest. So far as the tree felling is concerned, you know, the government of NCT Delhi Forest Department has made a standard operating procedure. Planting, maintaining, that is addition of the green cover. But what about the existing green cover? For that, there is a special act in Delhi, and it is my request to all state governments that particularly for the cities, they act like Delhi Preservation of Tree Act, which reserves each and every tree irrespective of its location. That should be promulgated by legislative measures so that at least the greenery can be saved and it may be further enhanced. As per the provisions of that act, whenever any application comes, this is basically a regulatory act. It is not an act of denial. We are not denying the permission for tree felling. You see, in 2001, the green cover of Delhi was 10.8% of total geographical area, 10.8%. And in the last 23 years, 6.5 lakh well-grown trees have been cut legally for various kind of projects, particularly for metro rail, for expansion of the roads, for housing facilities, for other kind of infrastructure development. Despite felling 6.5 lakh well-grown trees, the green cover of Delhi in the last 23 years has increased from 10.8% to 25%, more than double. The reason is that a strategy was devised and it was followed in letter and spirit to utilize each and every inch of land. Maybe even the fly ash areas. You might have seen the Badarpur fly ash area. And you may go today, there are wonderful plantations created over there. The area, the fly ash was not habitable definitely for the plantations, but with certain amendments in the soil, with certain application of certain fertilizers, we have afforested that. And that land even has been allocated to various departments for the development projects for compensatory plantation. In Delhi, as per the provisions of this act, for every tree felled, there is a provision for planting 10 saplings. For every tree felled, there is a provision for planting 10 saplings. And as per the standard operating procedure, whenever any application comes for seeking the tree felling permission, the tree officer, who is the deputy conservator forest, he visits the site and he will try to minimize the number of felling of trees without definitely hampering the engineering importance of that tree, or without changing the planning, or without compromising with the structural strength of that particular project. Then he try to minimize the felling of trees. If it is not possible, then he will try to get that tree transplanted. Delhi government is perhaps the first one which has made a policy for transplantation in 2020. Unfortunately, I was PCCF and I may call it as architect of that transplantation policy. As per that transplantation policy, every effort should be made to save each and every tree by transplanting it to another suitable site, if it is possible. Because again, there are species which are favorable for transplantation, which are transplantable. Then the soil conditions where the tree is standing, then the soil condition where the tree is to be transplanted. So there are a lot of permutation and combinations deciding the factors whether a particular tree is to be transplanted or felled. The third thing is, if the felling cannot be avoided, if the transplantation is also not possible, then pruning of the tree. We ask the user agency whether you can execute the project by simply light pruning or heavy pruning of the tree, so that branches may be clipped, the branches will come again, and without felling a tree, if the project is executed, that is the third preference. If that is also not possible, then the fourth chance is that we will have to give permission for tree felling, and for each tree felled and each tree transplanted, there is a provision for planting 10 saplings. And this is the region that, despite having more than 6.5 lakh trees legally cut, some trees might have been illegally cut also. I'm not taking account of those. But despite felling huge number of well-grown trees, the green cover has increased to more than double, from 10.8% in 2001 to 25% as per SFR report 2023, which was released in 2025. The survival rate, every effort is being made to maximize the survival effect of the transplanted tree, as well as the saplings which have been planted in lieu of the compensatory plantation. And mind it, this compensatory plantation is over and above the regular afforestation program of every greening agency. That's why it is known as compensatory plantation. This has been raised to compensate the loss at a particular place, so that that loss may be offset at some other place in Delhi. And as per this transplantation policy, the first thing is that whenever possible, wherever possible, the transplantation should be done at the same place from where the trees have been felled or transplanted, so that the micro damage which is being done, which has been done to a particular spot, may be compensated to some extent at that place. But in Delhi, it is primarily a city union territory. It's not possible everywhere to plant or to transplant the tree. So if it is not possible, then definitely the nearest place to that place, if that is also not possible, then anywhere in NCT of Delhi, the trees should may be transplanted. In transplantation policy, there is a provision that if survival rate of the transplanted tree is less than 50%, then the government has to give permission for tree felling. And that is also the case. If the survival rate of the transplanted tree is less than 50%, then the government has to give permission for tree felling. And that is also the case. If the survival rate of the transplanted tree is less than 50%, then the government has to give permission for tree felling. the contractor will not be paid more than 50% of the amount due to him, so that the contractor may exercise due diligence, due awareness while transplanting the tree, and then taking care after getting it transplanted, because at least 2 years after transplantation, the transplanted tree is to be taken care of. And by that time, the root system, the anchoring system is strong, and then the tree, the instant tree which has been lifted from one place and put at another place, it becomes strong enough to take care of it. So taking all these things into consideration and the choices of species for the hotspot, I hope that we will reach to 28% green cover. In addition to that horizontal green cover, the other things with Delhi government and the forest department or other greening agencies has undertaken is the vertical forestry. See, it's not possible for everyone to get ground to plant saplings. So for those, there is a provision for free distribution of sapling. Forest department is distributing free sapling more than 10 lakhs annually. And then the horticulture departments are shelling the kind of saplings which are which may be kept in the pots also. And any individual who is not having the ground available for plantation, he may plant those saplings in the pots and may put at the terrace or in the backyard. And in the backyard also, they may raise herbal plants. We had prepared small booklets on herbal plants also. So depending upon the requirement of the physical condition of a particular house owner, if the space is available for kitchen gardening, then those herbal plants may be raised, because there is hardly any space to grow big plants. So vertical forestry in the form of even the creepers, say you are having the boundary wall, and along that or even outside the boundary wall, there is hardly any space to grow a bigger plant. So at least you may plant a creeper having the roots inside your wall, so that you may water it, and then you may release that the upper portion of that creeper outside, so that instead of a gray wall or a brick wall or a stone wall, you will create a green wall which will be covered by these creepers or small herbs and shrubs. Then the next question is monotony. We become sentimental while planting the tree. I am against those emotional values, except the cultural values of tree and religious value. While planting a tree, it is very important, or even keeping in the pots in your house, to see the space availability and the utility of that plant to you on a day-to-day basis. Every tree, every herb, every shrub is having medicinal value, undoubtedly medicinal value. But there are thousands of such varieties. So you may choose 5 or 6 which are otherwise beneficial for you, whether for the internal consumption or external consumption. There are a lot of herbal varieties which you may use their parts, whether leaf, root system, or the bark, for good health. So it should be the part of your food habit also. So that we have taken care of, we have created a lot of herbal garden, of course, in the forest area and the non-forest area, which are available, which are common spaces, the community land. But every individual may take advantage of that. There are 14 nurseries of the forest department, which I will circulate or which is available on the website of the forest department of NCT Delhi. Anybody may reach to any nursery which is nearest to him or her, and they may collect the saplings of their choice. The procedure is very simple. One may go directly to the nursery and fill up a form with address, and then get the sapling of his choice. So there will be no second visit to the nursery, or no need to visit any office for seeking this. The only thing is, because these are government nurseries, so you will have to go at the office times, maybe say from 9 to 5:30 or 6. After that, the nurseries are closed. So with these remarks, I'll close down this presentation, and I'm ready to receive any query as regards the urban afforestation.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an elaborative presentation on the plantation strategy that needs to be taken to mitigate the urban heat island effects in the urban areas. You highlighted on important considerations that needs to be taken for undertaking plantation in urban areas, species selection, the maintenance, all these are very important aspects that can help in maintaining the species for a longer period of time. If there are any questions from the audience, I'll request the audience to put up their questions. Otherwise, we'll proceed to the next speaker. Any questions or any comments? Okay, so there are no questions or comments, sir. Thank you so much once again for sparing your valuable time and enlightening us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Lalita, I have taken 12 minutes more, but that was because SDC has taken my time. So
No,
I'm
sir,
so-
sir, it was a positive, it
No
was an
problem.
added experience to all the audience. I think we have gained a lot from your experiences and the strategy that you have suggested. I think if it is adopted, it will lead to a very successful plantation in Delhi NCR area. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So we will move on to our next speaker. It's my honor and privilege to introduce to our next speaker, Dr. Satyendra Singh, sir, former Principal Conservator of Forests, Bihar. Sir is from Bihar cadre. He has been in service since the last 36 years. He has been in the professional career and had extensive experience in the field of disaster risk management, rural development, forestry, and allied sectors, including the disaster risk reduction, disaster response and recovery, planning, climate change adaptation, forestry, environment and rural development, forest fire management, institutional working, training, awareness generation, rural development, and disaster management. The key positions Sir has held till now are Senior Advisor, Disaster Management, Bihar State Disaster Management Authority. He also held the position of International Disaster Risk Reduction Consultant, FAO, United Nations, Egypt. He was Director General and IC Director, Disaster Management, Health Department, Government of Bihar. Chief Technical Advisor and Disaster Risk Management Facilitator, FAO, United Nations. Executive Director, National Institute of Disaster Management, Ministry of Home Affairs. Director as SARC Disaster Management Center, New Delhi. He was heading the Knowledge Management, SARC Disaster Management Center. Special Secretary, Disaster Management, Government of India. He was also international expert, disaster, climate change, risk management in Philippines, FAO United Nations project in 3 missions. He was team leader, international expert, disaster, climate change, risk management, special secretary, disaster management, government of Bihar. Now I would request Sir to kindly make his address and share his experiences. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कार and am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible and your
और
presentation is
एक
also
प्रेजेंटेशन
visible.
भी मैंने दिखाया है, वो है आ रहा है ना स्क्रीन पे?
हाँ सर, आ रहा है सर. बस
जस्ट
स्लाइड
1
मोड में
मिनट
कर
है।
दीजिए सर.
हाँ,
Yes,
अभी ठीक
now
है।
it's okay. Now it's okay, sir.
ओके।
Perfect.
सबसे पहले मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा डॉक्टर एसपी सिंह साहब का और आपका सभी एमएटी विश्वविद्यालय का, जिन्होंने ये मुझे एक अभूतपूर्व मौका दिया कि मैं इस विषय पे पर्टिकुलरली, जैसे कि आपने मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन में भी बताया, डिजास्टर है। यदि आप गूगल में जाएंगे और सत्येंद्र डिजास्टर करके देखेंगे तो सो मेनी थिंग्स विल कम है। सो मैं पिछले 40 साल से आपदा प्रबंधन के क्षेत्र में कार्य कर रहा हूँ और आपदा प्रबंधन के साथ साथ जलवायु परिवर्तन के क्षेत्र में भी काफी कुछ मुझे सीखने को मिला। मैं लगभग 15 मुल्कों में काम किया। अभी जहाँ युद्ध चल रहा है, यूक्रेन जो मुल्क है, उसके अंदर भी मुझे कार्य करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ। काफी कुछ सीखा जलवायु परिवर्तन के बारे में, आपदा प्रबंधन के क्षेत्र में। तो सबसे पहले तो मैं आपका धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा डॉक्टर एस पी सिंह का पर्टिकुलरली, कि उन्होंने एक बहुत ही रेलिवेंट टॉपिक कि शहरों में किस प्रकार से वृक्षारोपण के माध्यम से हीट प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व किया जाए, जो पर्टिकुलरली जो गर्मी की प्रॉब्लम है, आज हीट वेव्स जो आजकल चल रही हैं, तो उसके बारे में कोई उपयुक्त सोल्यूशन दिया जाए। और जैसा ईश्वर सिंह साहब ने भी बताया, उससे पहले जो स्पीकर्स थे, ए के सिंह साहब थे, वो सिंह साहब थे, उन्होंने सब ने बताया कि एफोरेस्टेशन, प्लांटेशन एक सबसे बेहतर तकनीक हो सकती है, सबसे बेहतर जरिया हो सकता है इस जो डिजास्टर है, जो कि एक बहुत ही emerging इशू है अभी हमारे सिटीज के सामने, नॉट ओनली दिल्ली बट अदर सिटीज ऑल्सो ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. इफ यू सी, दिस इज a major problem. And heat is not exclusive a disaster. It is having so many disasters associated. यदि आप तापक्रम को देखें, तापक्रम बढ़ने के साथ साथ केवल तापक्रम ही नहीं बढ़ता है सही शहरों का, इसके साथ दूसरी आपदाएं आती हैं. सबसे जो मेन जो प्रॉब्लम आती है वो होती है पानी की. पोल्यूशन, वाटर पोल्यूशन, एयर पोल्यूशन, वो भी इसके साथ में एसोसिएटेड होते हैं. और एक जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज जो हीट का एडवर्स इम्पैक्ट है वो है हेल्थ इश्यूज. और हेल्थ इश्यूज के साथ साथ हमारी जो मेन प्रॉब्लम्स होती है हमारी लाइवलीहुड की, दैट इज, तो ये सब एक इंटरलिंक्ड, इनएक्सट्रिकेबली, इसको हम अंग्रेजी में कहेंगे इनएक्सट्रिकेबली लिंक्ड मुद्दे हैं जिन जो कि एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए हैं. मानसिक प्रॉब्लम भी होती है. अभी जैसे मैं एक स्लाइड पर आप एक मंत्र देख रहे होंगे जो कि महाभारत से मैंने लिया है. वन पर्व करके एक महाभारत के अंदर एक अध्याय है जिसके अंदर ये दिया है कि अरण्यम धर्म मूलम ही ताप त्रय निवारणम तस्मात रक्षम विशेषणे नहन्य वनम बुद्ध है. जिसका अर्थ है कि वन धर्म का मूल है. फॉरेस्ट जो है वो हमारी फिलॉसफी, हमारे रिलीजन की जड़ में है. और ये 3 प्रकार के ताप, केवल फिजिकल टेम्परेचर नहीं, इट इज हैविंग एडवर्स इम्पैक्ट ऑन अदर टेम्परेचर्स ऑल्सो. हमारी मानसिक तापक्रम को, हमारे आई मीन हाइपरटेंशन को कंट्रोल करता है, हमारी जो आसपास का माहौल है उसको कंट्रोल करता है, और इवन फिजिकल टेम्परेचर तो खैर इसके कारण होता ही है. तो मेरा कहने का अर्थ है कि ये हीट जो है, इट इज नॉट ओनली एक्सक्लूसिव डिजास्टर, it is inextricably linked with so many other disasters also. Drought is a problem. In cities, you must be seeing that, and Delhi particularly, the water problem is becoming a major problem. तो इसी के संबंध में मैं 2-3 चीजें आपको डिस्कस करना चाहूंगा particularly, and that is based on my articles published in Pioneer newspaper. And the first article is about the India faces sweltering समर अहेड. तो इस आर्टिकल के अंदर मैंने कैलकुलेट किया, काफी एनालिसिस की, और ये मार्च 2025 में आर्टिकल पब्लिश हुआ था. तो इस आर्टिकल के अंदर मैंने एक जो एनालिसिस किया उसमें देखा किस प्रकार से तापक्रम बढ़ रहा है पिछले 10 सालों के अंदर, किस प्रकार से तापक्रम के अंदर वृद्धि हो रही है और क्या इसके एडवर्स इम्पैक्ट हो रहे हैं, पर्टिकुलरली इन दिल्ली सिटीज. दिल्ली के अंदर किस तरह से इसके एडवर्स इम्पैक्ट है और क्या क्या इसका प्रभाव पड़ रहा है. और हेल्थ इश्यूज पे पर्टिकुलरली इसमें फोकस किया गया था. तो ये सब चीजें इसके अंदर मैंने देखने की कोशिश की है. ये वेबसाइट पे भी आपको उपलब्ध होगा. यदि आप इसकी डिटेल, कोई भी विद्यार्थी या कोई भी अध्यापक गण या अन्य कोई सज्जन इसको देखना चाहेगा तो दैट इज अवेलेबल ऑन द वेबसाइट ऑल्सो ऑफ द पायनियर न्यूज़पेपर. देन सेकंड आर्टिकल इज अबाउट यमुना, बिकॉज दिल्ली की जो लाइफ लाइन जिसको हम कहें, और ईश्वर सिंह जी भी इससे सहमत होंगे कि दिल्ली की जो लाइफ लाइन है वो है यमुना नदी. सौभाग्य से या दुर्भाग्य से मैं बचपन से दिल्ली में ही रहा हूँ. 1965 में हम लोग दिल्ली में आ गए थे और मुझे याद है कि हम दिल्ली के पास में गांधीनगर एरिया वहां पर रहते थे. और मैंने अपना स्विमिंग करना भी दिल्ली से ही सीखा, दिल्ली की यमुना से स्विमिंग करना सीखा. और मुझे याद है कि हम लोग स्विमिंग करने जाते थे दिल्ली के अंदर और यमुना में. और वहां पर हम यमुना का पानी, सर आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे एसपी सिंह साहब, यमुना का पानी हम ओख से लेके पी लेते थे और कुछ नहीं होता था. इट वाज सो क्लीन दैट टाइम. मैं 72, 73, 74 की बात कर रहा हूँ. उस समय यमुना का पानी इतना क्लीन होता था, इतना शुद्ध होता था. और आज हालात ये है कि आप यमुना के पास खड़े नहीं हो सकते हैं. ईश्वर सिंह साहब भी मेरे से सहमत होंगे कि यमुना के पास खड़ा होना भी बहुत मुश्किल है. आज यमुना के पास खड़ा होना, इट हैज टर्न्ड इट इनटू ए नाला. तो ये जो आर्टिकल मैंने लिखा था इसके अंदर मैंने जैसे ईश्वर सिंह साहब ने भी बताया कि मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स और खासकर कम्युनिटी को कैसे इन्वॉल्व करें इसके अंदर, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देखिए कोई भी कार्यक्रम है, सरकार इतने कार्यक्रम चला रही है, दिल्ली सरकार चला रही है, भारत सरकार चला रही है, और कई एनजीओज हैं वो भी से इन्वॉल्व हैं, लेकिन सबसे महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा और सबसे अहम सवाल है कि लोगों का, कम्युनिटी का कैसे इन्वॉल्वमेंट किया जाए। आप यमुना नदी के पुल से निकलेंगे, आईटीओ के पुल पे यदि कभी आपको जाने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त करेंगे, तो आप देखेंगे कि गवर्नमेंट ने दोनों तरफ वायर फेंसिंग किया हुआ, ताकि कोई भी व्यक्ति अपना पूजा का सामान उसके अंदर ना डाल सके। बट यू विल बी सरप्राइज टू सी कि लोग उछल उछल के, और लोगों ने वो काट लिया। ईश्वर सिंह साहब, आपने भी देखा होगा, लोगों ने काट लिए तारों को, हाँ, काट के, और वहां से वो करके अपना जुगाड़ करके वो अपना, उनको डालना ही है कूड़ा। तो दिस इज बेसिकली क्वेश्चन ऑफ अवेयरनेस एंड कम्युनिटी पार्टिसिपेशन। जब तक लोगों के अंदर अवेयरनेस नहीं होगी, लोगों के अंदर पार्टिसिपेशन नहीं होगा, लोगों के अंदर ये काम करने की क्षमता नहीं होगी, तब तक कोई भी कार्यक्रम सरकार चला ले वो सफल नहीं हो सकता है 101%। इसके बारे में गारंटी है, इसके बारे में एक्सपीरियंस है। इट्स नॉट ओनली इंडियन experience which I am carrying, it is international experience also. I have worked in so many countries. I know that what type of things, what type, every government is taking steps, but till the people participation is there, not there, then nothing can be done. इसी के लिए मैंने एक आर्टिकल लिखा था, जो कि मैं आपको आर्टिकल दिखाता हूँ। पर्टिकुलरली ये दिल्ली की सिस्मिक वल्नेरेबिलिटी के बारे में भी है, खैर ये यहाँ ज्यादा रिलेवेंट नहीं है। नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल है अबाउट बोल्ड स्टेप फॉर सस्टेनेबिलिटी इन दिल्ली। ये दिल्ली के बारे में आर्टिकल है, ये भी मेरे ख्याल में अप्रैल में पब्लिश हुआ था, पायनियर एक्शन। इसके अंदर मैंने एक क्योंकि आपदा प्रबंधन के क्षेत्र में पिछले 40 साल से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, और 2001 में जब गुजरात के अंदर भूकंप आया था, तो उसमें सेंट्रल टीम में मैं एक सदस्य के तौर पर गया था। सेंट्रल टीम की जो रिपोर्ट थी वो मेरे द्वारा तैयार की गई थी। उस रिपोर्ट के अंदर मैंने एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे के ऊपर जिक्र किया, और उस रिपोर्ट के अंदर मैंने मेरे सजेशंस और रिकमेंडेशंस में थे कि भुज अर्थक्वेक के बाद में लोगों में अवेयरनेस के लिए, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं आपदा प्रबंधन के अंदर कि it is not an earthquake that kills the people, it is the building that kills. जो बिल्डिंग है, यदि वो कमजोर बनाएंगे, यदि हम आपदा रोधी नहीं बनाएंगे, या ऐसी जगह पे बनाएंगे जहां पर वो है उपयुक्त स्थल नहीं है उस जमीन के लिए, तो सर्टेनली दैट विल लीड टू ए डिजास्टर। तो लोगों की अवेयरनेस होना बहुत जरूरी है, किस तरह की बिल्डिंग्स बनानी है, हमारा जो क्षेत्र है जहां पर हमने बिल्डिंग का निर्माण करना है वो किस वल्नरेबिलिटी जोन में पड़ता है, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ डिजास्टर्स पॉसिबिलिटी में बी देयर, दैट इज टू बी टेकन इनटू कंसीडरेशन। तो इस आर्टिकल के अंदर मैंने बताया है कि किस तरह से दिल्ली के अंदर भी, मैं भुज की बात कर रहा था, भुज के अंदर जो हमने उस रिपोर्ट के अंदर मैंने सजेस्ट किया था कि वहां पर एक म्यूजियम बनाया जाए, और उस म्यूजियम के माध्यम से लोगों को अवेयर किया जाए कि किस तरह से भूकंप के प्रति या अर्थक्वेक के प्रति आपको जागरूक होना है, पर्टिकुलरली किस तरह की बिल्डिंग्स का निर्माण करना है, किस तरह से इंजीनियर्स को ट्रेन करना है, किस तरह से राजमिस्त्रियों को ट्रेन करना है, यदि भूकंप आ जाएगा तो आपको क्या करना है, भूकंप से पहले क्या करना है, भूकंप के दौरान क्या करना है, भूकंप के बाद क्या करना है। सो अवेयरनेस की बात है। तो इसी को मैंने ध्यान में रखते हुए दिल्ली के लिए भी मैंने एक तैयार किया, एक प्लान मैंने, जिसको मैंने नाम दिया था यज्ञ। यज्ञ का मतलब YAJNA, यज्ञ। इसका पूरा नाम है यमुना आपदा एवं जलवायु परिवर्तन न्यूनीकरण अधिष्ठान, जिसके अंदर मैंने एक सजेशन दिया गवर्नमेंट को भी, मैंने इसके बारे में लिखा, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ले या ना ले इसको सीरियसली, बट इट इज वेरी रेलिवेंट। कि मैंने कहा है कि उसके अंदर आपको दिल्ली के अंदर एक ऐसा संस्थान स्थापित करना चाहिए जो कि लोगों को विभिन्न आपदाओं के बारे में, दिल्ली में सब तरह की आपदाएं हैं, पॉल्यूशन इज ए मेजर प्रॉब्लम, देन वाटर पॉल्यूशन इज ए मेजर प्रॉब्लम, एयर पॉल्यूशन इज ए प्रॉब्लम, हीट इज ए प्रॉब्लम, देन अर्थक्वेक, ऑफ कोर्स वी आर लिविंग इन ए सिस्मिक जोन ऑफ 4। एक जो इससे पहले जो मैं आर्टिकल बता रहा था, वो जो इससे पहले वाला आर्टिकल है, ये वाला, इसके अंदर मैंने दिल्ली की सिस्मिक वल्नरेबिलिटी के बारे में बताया कि यदि कोई भी भूकंप, जो कि गुजरात में 7.7 मैग्नीट्यूड का अर्थक्वेक आया था, यदि वैसा अर्थक्वेक दिल्ली के अंदर आ जाए तो कम से कम 10 लाख लोग की मृत्यु की संभावना हो सकती है। दिस टाइप ऑफ, इन सच ए वल्नरेबल सिटी वी आर लिविंग, and there are human induced disasters also, like that this fire is a major disaster, and other type of Road rage is a major problem here. So such type of disasters are there. So we should, जैसा मैंने पहले भी कहा कि we cannot implement any program if our community is not well aware and educated. So for this, we need to establish a center, that is YAGYA, Yamuna Abda Jalvayu Parivartan Nyunikaran Abhistan, which will serve as a awareness center, as an education center, and not education center, but also a coordination center among different agencies. Because when we talk of disaster, when we talk of any such type of problem, it's not in isolation. So many agencies are involved. To take the case of the heat, जो आज का टॉपिक है, so it's not only forest department is involved, construction department is there, PW department is there, then Ministry of Environment and Forest is there, then health department is there, so many other departments. There must be a coordination among these three, all these 4-5 departments. That is very relevant. तो उसके कोऑर्डिनेशन की तरह भी ये सेंटर काम करेगा, ये इसके अंदर मैंने एक डिटेल में बताया. ऑल दीज आर्टिकल्स आर अवेलेबल ऑन द वेबसाइट ऑफ द पायनियर न्यूज़पेपर. आप इनको विस्तृत रूप में देख सकते हैं. और यदि सिंह साहब मुझे इजाजत देंगे तो मैं कभी आके इसके बारे में एक प्रेजेंटेशन भी डिटेल बना सकता हूँ. तो ये सब चीजें हैं जिस पे ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है. और अंत में 4-5 सजेशंस हैं. ईश्वर सिंह साहब ने उसके ऊपर काफी विस्तार में बताया है, जो कि जरूरी है. सबसे पहले स्मार्ट एंड टारगेटेड प्लांटेशन, ऑफ कोर्स दैट इज वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड. हीट आइलैंड्स का जिक्र किया सिंह साहब ने, ईश्वर सिंह साहब ने, दैट इज वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड. वी शुड आइडेंटिफाई एंड डू द मेजर implementing strategies what need to be done. Then of course species identification and plantation of appropriate strategies, species is very much required. Then last but not least is survival of the plant, that is very much required. And the third is that how we can involve our youth, particularly the students, in this campaign. यूनिवर्सिटीज, जैसे मैंने आपके प्रोग्राम में भी देख रहा था कि आपके यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स को भी आपने इन्वॉल्व किया. दैट इज वेरी मच. NSS and other organizations like NCC and other organizations can also be involved in such type of things. तो आज के बारे में यही कहना चाहूँगा कि certainly if we want to make our cities safe, if you want to make our cities disaster resilient. Resilient एक बहुत ही उम्दा टर्म है. Nowadays we are not using disaster management, we are using disaster resilient. Resilient means that of course disasters will be there and we will be affected by disasters, but after disasters how we can revive, that is resilience. So we have to become resilient to all type of disasters, and this resiliency can come through good plantation strategies, which is what Singh Saab has highlighted. And community involvement is very much required, which I highlighted in my last slide also. So that is very much required. And second is government should also take care of that. अभी आप दिल्ली में देखिए, दिल्ली के अंदर हमने यमुना नदी के किनारे पर, यदि आप ITO के पुल से पार करेंगे, ये जो हमारा मंदिर है, अक्षरधाम मंदिर है, that is disaster flood prone. I mean, I don't know why government gave permission for such type of construction. There is a colony also, government colony also there. It is a disaster. Certainly, आज नहीं तो कल वहां पर आपदा आनी ही आनी है. That is seismically very active zone. यदि 6-7 का इंटेंसिटी मैग्नीट्यूड का अर्थक्वेक वहां पे आता है तो it will be a major disaster. So these type of things also need to be taken into government considerations and planning. तो इसी के साथ में बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. एंड कोई सवाल हो, कोई क्वेश्चन हो, कोई क्वेरी हो, कोई सुझाव हो, तो सर्टेनली दैट इज वेलकम.
Thank you very much, sir, for the enlightening and thought-provoking deliberation, highlighting on very important aspect of the topic of the talk series. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable time. If there are any questions or any comments or any suggestion, it's welcome. You can put forward your comments or suggestions or any questions to our eminent speakers, audience.
Okay,
So there are no comments or suggestions. Now I would request SP Singh sir to kindly summarize the whole session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. At the outset, a lot of thanks. The esteemed speaker has covered a wide areas. So I'm very much grateful. Let me start with Dr. A.K. Singh, who has given a thing that how the gardens, how the indigenous species can make a beautiful. So means there is you are taking care of the urban heat. The same time you are making a beautification, that also you are making a tourist attraction. Also you are saying with the technology. When we talk a smart city, and he has pointed out, there are also it's planting a tree is not a simple thing actually. Now we are required to use the advanced technology, and how advanced technology can make your things very nice. So that is the thing which he has given very nicely. And just kindly imagine what kind of work is happening in Karnataka, what the adverse situations the foresters are working and making fit place place like Bijapur, which is such an area which is so hot, they have converted into greenery. So that is very important. It's a good exposure to all of us. Thank you very much, A.K. Singh Saab. SD Singh Saab again gave about this experience of working in the horticulture, the different kind of plants can be used differently, different places. So that is also very much important. Of course, Dr. Ishwar Singh has given a very wide experience of Delhi, how the Delhi has become from 10% to 25%, and he has given all statistical data. What systematically they are creating Delhi as a green. Kindly imagine, despite of all that, still Delhi is facing a lot of problem of urban heat. Imagine if these forests would have not be there, क्या condition हुआ होता. ये लोगों को सोचना पड़ता है, then they are able to appreciate. Just you take the South Delhi and North Delhi, West Delhi, see how people are different places. So imagine a lot of thing has been today. The Delhi is surviving only because of the 25% of greening which has been created by the people like Ishwar Singh and all that things. If they imagine, you don't require a space, you require a willingness and motivation of the people. Horizontal you have covered, there is a lot of scope for verticals. Everybody can have some kind of medicine plants or creepers and all that can be done. And utility is important. So the one side is a emotional attachment, another side utility of the plant, and is possible. Having a aloe vera or curry patta everywhere, you find I'm the place where I'm difficult to get the curry patta. Each and everybody can manage that curry patta at home likewise. So there's a lot of scope to do it. The only thing we have to motivate our Satyendra ji has really is a person of disaster, so he has looked forward that how the forestry can help in the disaster matter, how the Yamuna is being affected by that, and how the wrong planning of architecture can create a disasters. The only thing, whatever we can do, whatever has happened, we have to take future care, and we should increase the forest cover in different way, whether this should be urban trees, or we can make our green roof, grow vegetables, we can create urban forest, and we do a cool payments now. And instead of making a cemented payments, you just put a bricks, let water should go down. You see, there's a good relation symbiosis between forest, soil, and water. They have to work in integrated, only then you can cover the thing. So water management is very important. The, the, this is also highlighted behavioral, what kind of behavior we are having. Say, for example, promoting soft mobility means that the people should use more walking, cycling, public transport. That can be those. Community awareness is important, and the different innovation cooling system we should apply. If we will not do, we will require more AC, we will create more urban heat, and probably a stage will come that burning, and we will get more cases of fire hazards. Every day we are listening that AC jal gaya, wo AC jal gaya, but we become almost impossible to stay without AC. And that is, if we want to get it, that we should not go for extreme heats. we have to try for growing more and more greenery in different forms. It may be herb, it may be a shrub, it may be tree. Shrubs are also playing very, very important. They control the soil temperature of there, and we can create green walls. Parks doesn't mean only grass. At least 30% to 50% area can be covered with trees and shrub and all that. Now we, in the educational institutions, there is a need of developing green corridors. Let the boundary should be totally not be pakka, but there should be a green wall where even all suspended particle can be stopped at least that thing also can be think that we go for open theater type things rather teaching all the time. AC. So these are many, many questions. I think our youngsters, our educators should take it and believe it. Nothing is possible and nothing is can be done without the community participation, Dr. Satyendra said. Until unless community participation. Community participation means students, youngsters, they have to come forward. I think I'm very much grateful to all the esteemed resource persons who has given a good insight. And also the students should try to search and try to adopt when they are going for outreach program from the Mitigation University. They should think, they should take the outreach program on this subject, which is very, very important for the survival of good quality life in NCR area. So keeping the, thank you very much again. Today, actually, the session has started, so there people are busy in orientation program. But anyway, so you have given the message. Now your message we will disseminate it more and more student of the Mitigation University. Let us hope for the best. Thank you very much. Over to Lalita Pradhan.
Thank you so much, sir, for summarizing the whole talk series today. At the onset, I, on behalf of entire fraternity of NRES domain and Amity School of Natural Resource and Sustainable Development, would like to propose a formal vote of thanks to all those who have contributed for the successful execution of this talk series. I would like to express my gratitude and heartfelt thanks to all our eminent speakers for their valuable time. Mr. A.K. Singh sir, additional PCCF Karnataka, Mr. Ishwar Singh sir, former Principal Conservator Forest and City of Delhi, Dr. S.D. Singh sir, former PCCF Uttarakhand, Dr. Satyendra sir, former PCCF Bihar, International Expert, Disaster DRR Expert. Your views and insights on the topic have not only enriched the session with deep knowledge and practical experience and forward-looking thinkings, but also inspired our participants to take meaningful action towards environment sustainability, urban greening, and biodiversity conservation. Your valuable insights have added great depth and meaning to our Vanamotsav celebration. Your deliberation has added immense value to the initiative, and we are very grateful to you all for the time, effort, and passion you all have invested in engaging with our audience, and we look forward to continued collaboration and knowledge sharing in future. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sanjeev Bansal sir, Additional Pro VC for students' success, for his motivation and constant guidance for successful execution of the Vanamotsav talk series. Because of the university orientation going on, sir could not join us, but we are very thankful to him for his support. I would also like to thank Sir S.P. Singh sir, our respected director sir and RES domain head, for leading and inspiring us in working towards achieving success to this talk series. My sincere thanks to Wing Commander M.K. Sharma sir, additional director, events coordination, and his team for the support provided for organizing this talk series. My sincere thanks to Randeep Singh sir, Assistant Director AIFW, Dr. Renu Dupa ma'am, Assistant Director AIES, Dr. Shalini ma'am, the Assistant Director ASD, faculty coordinators of various activities, Dr. Sujit Singh, faculty AIFW, Dr. Dhanraj sir, faculty AIGS, Dr. Kartike Shukla sir, faculty AIES, Dr. Vartika Singh, faculty AIGEWS, for the success of all the online activities, the webinar and the talk series that we had from 1st to 7th of July. I would also like to wholeheartedly thank all the faculty members and staff of NRES domain for their wholehearted support and involvement. I would like to thank all the students who have joined this session, and students and other important dignitaries who have joined this session. Thank you all for your kind attention and valuable time, and sincerely appreciate your presence and engagement. Above and beyond, I thank the IT team of Amity for their continuous support and for making this web series and talk series a success. In continuation with the events, we'll be concluding the week-long Manumotsav celebration on 11th July with essay writing competition and quiz competition for the students and the workshop on the topic Tree Outside Forest at F2 Seminar Hall in the campus itself. And I'll request all the students who have joined online to participate in the activities because there are prize monies for first, second, third positions. And all the students who would be participating in the activities on this day will be getting a e-certificate. Thank you very much, everybody. So on this note,
hello,
we'll be
Lalita.
ending this session.
Hello,
Yes, sir?
Lalita. In addition to the students and faculty from MIT, I am also very much grateful. The people from outside, like Professor Manohar and other faculty from outside university has joined. So thank you very much, Professor Manohar, looking here on this. This is ये इसको कहते हैं जज्बा. जिसको इंटरेस्ट है वो कहीं भी हो आएगा और जिसको इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगा वो यहाँ बैठा हुआ तो भी नहीं आएगा.
सर बहुत
So
बहुत
let us
मुबारक हो आपको, बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो और सब ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को कि
हाँ.
इतने पर्टिनेंट टॉपिक पे आपने बहुत अच्छे टॉक्स करवाए. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी.
हाँ.
थैंक यू.
Thank you so
very
much, sir,
much.
for joining this session. Thank you very much, sir.
थैंक यू ललिता.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Manohar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me also.
Oh, great. Great. Both
In
you
fact,
SD and
I
Ishwar
was
saying,
traveling, sir.
you are saying really, I see how the batchmates behave like this. They are lagotia, yaar. And both of you really change the scenario of Delhi.
Yeah.
And
it's
Ishwar Singh
really
is continuously supporting me and of all of you. My see that I could able to brought the people who was really methods who were done excellent. दुनिया नहीं जानती. Even अमेठी यूनिवर्सिटी में भी लोग नहीं जानते.
सर मैं आपको एक चीज इसमें गाइड करना चाहता हूँ कि मैं पार्क्स एंड गार्डन सोसाइटी में था तो आई हैव मतलब मेरे पास इंटर्नशिप के लिए बच्चे आते थे दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के और आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी के और उसमें मैंने वेटलैंड्स एंड नर्सरीज एंड पार्क्स एंड गार्डन्स सब पर मैंने उनको अपना थीसिस जो है करवाया हुआ है एमएससी में.
बहुत अच्छी बात है. हम आपकी फिर सर्विस लेंगे
जी.
और let this message should go to the Amity University. People here can do a lot of things for the greenery.
मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप लोगों के बच्चे जो हैं वहाँ के जो बच्चे हैं वो सारे अर्बन ग्रीनिंग पर अपना अपना थीसिस लिखें और उसी में उनका अपना आगे भविष्य भी है. फिर देखते रहिएगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. हमारा AIGRS डिपार्टमेंट है उसने अर्बन हीट दिल्ली पे कई PhD प्रोग्राम्स हुए हैं यहाँ पे.
अच्छा.
और तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यूज है और जिस तरह से ग्रीनरी में आप लोगों ने काम किया है इज ए कमेंडेबल. वी आर प्राउड ईश्वर सिंह ऑल दैट के हाईएस्ट वेजिटेशन ग्रीनरी इन द वर्ल्ड इज दिल्ली.
यस.
ये बहुत बड़ी बात है और छोटी बड़ी बात नहीं है.
जी बिल्कुल.
सो थैंक यू वेरी मच.
एक कहना चाहूंगा सर अंतिम एक दो लाइनें कहना चाहूंगा सर ईश्वर सिंह के बारे में.
बोलिए सर सिंह आपकी तो बहुत जरूरत है.
हाँ ईश्वर सिंह जी और एसडी साहब सुनिए आपके लिए दो लाइनें हैं. मैंने लिखा अभी
जी.
हम आप दोनों के इकबाल से चलते हैं सीना तान के. हम आप दोनों के इकबाल से चलते हैं सीना तान के. नाज हो जाता है पैदा आपका कहलाने के बाद, आपका मित्र कहलाने के बाद है. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू
सर. पर आप
you have done recommendable job. That is there is no doubt in Delhi. दिल्ली के अंदर आपका और ईश्वर सिंह साहब का नाम हर एक फॉरेस्टर, हर एक छोटे से छोटा बेचारा चपरासी भी फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट का अभी तक याद करता है.
चाहूंगा कि जो जनता है यहाँ की जनता है उसको भी इन चीजों का पता हो कि कौन क्या कर रहा है और कैसे कर रहा है ताकि वो भी अपना इसमें जो है भागीदार बने.
चलिए थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू. नमस्ते.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you, Professor Manohar. Thank you very much.
So thank you, everybody. So with this positive note, we'll just sign off. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.